All right, please stand if you can for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Love to see the crowd. I just hope a hockey fight doesn't break out tonight. Those get brutal. Tom, take the roll call, please.
Mayor King.
Present.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Present.
Councilmember Helly.
Present.
Obala.
Present.
Fisher.
Present.
Waller.
Present.
Baskin. Postma.
Present.
We have a quorum, Your Honor.
Thank you, Tom. Item number 1 is a motion for the adoption of our agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 2 is a motion approving our minutes from our August 18th, 2025 meeting.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item number 3, under awards and recognitions, we have Welcoming Week coming up, and I have a proclamation to read. And the proclamation reads as, whereas Welcoming Week is an annual campaign launched in 2012 by Welcoming America and its members to celebrate the values of inclusion and belonging, highlighting how communities can be welcoming places for all, including immigrants. And whereas Welcoming Week 2025, themed Stories We Share, invites communities everywhere to deepen understanding, build connections, and celebrate the many perspectives of experiences that strengthen us. And whereas from September 12th through September 21st, 2025, the City of Austin will join this global effort by encouraging residents to come together through events and initiatives that highlight food, music, art, conversation, and the sharing of stories. And whereas fostering a welcoming spirit requires ongoing commitment, and Welcoming Week provides an opportunity to reflect on progress, recognize the contributions of all community members, and reaffirm that belonging is essential to a vibrant culture and growing economy. And whereas our community is stronger when neighbors seek common ground, celebrate differences, and choose connection over division, demonstrating that welcoming is not just an event, but a way of life. Now, therefore, I, Stephen M. King, Mayor of Austin, call upon the people of Austin to join together to celebrate Welcoming Week events and embrace the stories we share and continue building a stronger, more inclusive community where everyone can thrive. And do hereby proclaim September 12th through September 21st, 2025 as Welcoming Week 2025. So with that, we're going to have, I'm sure, a number of events for the Welcoming Week. And the Human Rights Commission is kind of spearheading these initiatives. And I think Trish Weichman, as our city liaison for the HRC, will accept the proclamation. Trish. All right, moving on to item number 4 is a motion for the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Under awarding bids, we have item number 5 is resolution receiving bids for tree removal at the J.C. Hormel Nature Center. Jason.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor and Council. On August 1st, 2025, we held a bid opening for the J.C. Hormel Nature Center Diseased and Dangerous Tree Removal Project. The project is funded through a grant through DNR, which includes the removal of 475 dangerous trees, mostly ash trees, from along Nature Center trails. Next spring, the grant also will fund the replanting of trees at a minimum of a 1-to-1 ratio, and I think we're going to be better than 1-to-1 ratio out there. We received 11 bids for the project. 4 of those were deemed non-responsive, and the bids ranged between $50,000 and $345,000. The 2 lowest responsive bids were as follows: P Squared LLC in the amount of $50,000 and Olson Timber Company LLC in the amount of $60,937.50. Luke Reese, the director of the Nature Center, and I met with the staff from P Squared, asked them some questions, talked about the project, talked about their experience and their equipment that they use, and they answered all our questions. We feel confident they'll do a great job. Again, the funding is through a Minnesota DNR grant, and staff's recommendation is that council award the bid to P Squared LLC in the amount of $50,000. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Very good.
Yeah, does that mean the difference, that mean we'll be able to plant more trees?
We believe because the bids came in lower than anticipated, that yes, we will be able to do quite a bit better than the 1-to-1 ratio.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good bids. Thank you. Any other questions for Jason? Otherwise, looking for a resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Obala,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 6-0, Your Honor.
Thank you, Tom. Item number 6 is resolution receiving bids for the ash tree and stump removal project number 3. Jason?
Thank you. So this is the third bid process the city has undergone outside of the bid that I just mentioned at the Nature Center. Most of these trees have focused on boulevard and street trees. And so this bid will put us at 1,125 infested ash trees that'll be removed from boulevards and streets. That was our number one priority, along with removing trees that were potentially hazardous to public infrastructure such as parks, trails, playgrounds, things like that. By the end of 2025, we think that with this final bid, that we will have treated or removed more than 95% of the infested ash trees along boulevards and streets. Again, most infested ash trees along our park system that are a higher priority have been removed, but there's still several hundred trees that are not, directly impacting our infrastructure, our parks, our playgrounds, trails, things like that, that our city tree crew will continue to battle for the next couple years. The city, for this process, we held a bid opening on Thursday, August 14th. This is for a contract removal of 100 trees with the option to increase by 100%, so we can actually increase to 200 trees, which we plan on doing so as with the previous bid process. We received 8 bids for the project. This project includes ash tree removal, stump grinding, and ground restoration. The project is funded using Capital Improvement Revolving Fund, and staff is recommending that council award the bid to Olson Timber Company, DBA Schwayback Tree Service in the amount of $62,988.88. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Excellent. Thanks, Jason. Any questions for Mr. Sehan?
Mr. Jason, I have a question on the trees removal from Boulevard. A few weeks ago, we have complaint from the citizens. So what is the process when we go remove those ash trees? I know it belongs to the city, but regarding to notification to the residents.
So, best answer, we've done our best to notify the community that this is happening. We started last spring with our Treat First community outreach. We were encouraging residents along with the city to treat ash trees if they were treatable, and then also to have a reputable tree company come in and inspect trees, because the emerald ash borer does infest ash trees, and the trees become brittle and die very quickly after infestation. So along the way, we held several meetings to notify the community what was going on at different locations. More recently, we've held some, social media is really the best way that we've gone out there to try to notify the community that we have tree bids. We've done some community engagement, or not engagement, but outreach, identifying what those tags mean. So you have, you might have a green tag or a blue tag. What do those mean? Green tags mean we treated it last year. Blue tag means, unfortunately, it's infested, it needs to come down. I've had the question come up before, and maybe this is where this is coming from. Why don't we notify every homeowner? And it's just the bulk of this process and these projects. Like I said, now we're at 1,125 trees along boulevards that are in front of people's homes that we will be removing. So we don't notify each individual by putting a hanger or something. We're hoping that by seeing a tag on their tree, if they're not sure what that means, they can contact the city, and we can let them know if it's A, treatable, or B, it's on the removal list.
Yeah, the reason because the tag sometimes, as you said, a lot of resident may not know because let's say, for example, if I'm taking care of that tree a year long and then came home from vacation or from work and I saw the tree's gone, so I think that will raise a lot of concern. We know how important it is. I think it would be good, especially the contractors, when they go, I know it's not their responsibility, but to have that background or a note, hey, we're gonna take this down today or tomorrow, so that when a homeowner come home, they know what's happening, because so that we can avoid this debate on the street with our constructors.
I can say, and then I appreciate that. I can say that, so we treated about 430 trees last spring. Um, Throughout the process and the community outreach that we were doing, we were contacted by, I'm guessing, 5 or 6 property owners that asked if they could treat a tree or had mentioned that they did treat a tree. So we actually have another list, it's a small list of individuals that decided to treat a city owned tree on the boulevard, and we've put that on our list so it did not get a tag. Now, if a property owner decided to treat a city tree, a boulevard tree, and not let us know, then we do not know if it was treated. And the thing about ash trees is once they're infested, they're you either treat them or they will die. There's no alternative. So even an infested tree that's treated, it's still likely going to die. It buys some time. So what we have seen is some trees that are still leafing out. They look pretty green right now, whether they're treated or not, but they're clearly infested by the blonding or by the exit holes that the emerald ash borer create. So we can say, well, I mean, so our certified tree inspectors would say, no, that tree is heavily infested, it needs to come down. Whereas somebody else that doesn't have that training might look at a tree and say, well, there's leaves everywhere. Why can't we try to save it? So we did have a few people treat boulevard trees, and I know of one who did treat a boulevard tree that's city owned, and we were not aware of, so it was in the removal process because it was infected. So
Thank you.
if that answers your question.
Just to be clear, so residents get notice through our Facebook posts and through the newspaper and word of mouth of the trees, so there is no bid specification for them to notify.
All right, thank you, Jason. Any other questions regarding item number 6?
I had one. What percent of the trees
Hold
are
on,
taken down?
you gotta come to the
What
microphone.
percent of the trees are taken
Sir,
down by
sir,
the park and rec?
Sir, come to this is a formal meeting, so you need your name, address, and we'll take a comment from you.
Over here?
Sure.
I was just wondering.
Name and address first, please.
I was just wondering what percent of the trees were taken down by the park and rec?
Okay, now your name and address.
Okay.
please. What's your name
Mike Whalen,
and address, Mike? Address for the record?
406 13th Street Northeast, Austin, Minnesota.
What percentage of the boulevard trees? 100%. Jason?
But just the park and rec crew themselves, are they taking any of these trees down, or are they all contracted out?
We've contracted mainly. Jason, you want to answer that?
Sure, I don't know the exact percentage. I can tell you that one of our most recent inventory of ash trees on city properties, public ash trees, 2 years ago or so was 2,000 trees. And I mentioned that the contract removal is 1,125 trees. So you could say maybe just over half are contracted out, but our city tree crews are extremely busy every day with tree removals, with tree trimming. Their focus has been more on the park trees and dangerous, hazardous trees that present themselves along boulevards that might create a hazard to either a home or a vehicle or a street. We move those up on the list, but our city tree crews will remove those hazardous trees, and we pull it off the contract tree removal. But I would say a bulk of the boulevard trees this year would be from contracted tree removal, but not all of it.
Okay.
But overall, it's not much more than half, if anything.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Anybody else have any questions? Council on number 6. If not, looking for resolution.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Obala,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
Baskin,
Aye.
Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 7 is reappointment, Tom Dankert to the Hormel Foundation. I know he was on since 2013. With his new job coming, he's going to be an arm of the city, which the foundation has requested that Tom return. And one thing I'm not going to do is make the Hormel Foundation mad. So if Tom wants it, Hormel Foundation wants him, I think they're going to get Tom Dankert reappointed. So anything to add to that, Tom?
No.
So looking for resolution reappointing Tom.
Can we do an amendment that requires Tom to stay with us?
Yeah,
Out of the scope of this particular?
yeah.
I would
I'll
second.
second that.
All right. Tom?
They gonna have any power tonight?
Yeah, nope.
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Obala,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
Baskin,
Aye.
Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Very definitely aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 8 is a resolution approving an annexation of Red Rock Township. Yours might say Austin, but Bree assures me it was a typo on that. So it's Red Rock Township annexation for Heather and Ryan Vosler.
Yeah, this property is located at 1417 28th Street Northeast. It's the last property in that area to annex into the city of Austin. Their reason for annexing is to access city sanitary sewer. They own approximately 5 acres in Red Rock Township. The site is currently used as a residence, and as it's brought into the city, I would recommend that it will be annexed as R1 Single Family Residential. This is a joint resolution with Red Rock Township. Once the city council, if the city council approves, then it would go to Red Rock Township for their approval. And then it would be submitted to the state for an order of annexation. One of the only unusual things about this joint resolution versus our annexation by ordinance is that there's a incremental change in property taxes over 7 years to give the township a little bit of time to adjust to any budget changes, and so it will be fully on the city's tax roll in 7 years.
Thank you, Holly. Any questions, Council, for Ms. Wallace?
Nope, I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I think the homeowner wants it. It's fully surrounded by the city of Austin right now. I think we've worked out a good deal with Red Rocks Township, so I would move to approve.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Obala,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
Baskin,
Aye.
Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Looking for a resolution for item number 9, setting public hearings for October 6th, 2025 for fall assessments.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Obala,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
Baskin,
Aye.
Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 10, resolution accepting these donations. The library got a bunch over the year. $100 from Maureen Steinblock in memory of Robert Hayes, $20 David and Brenda Raffleson, $2,000 from Richard and Judith Bergen, $250 from Sandra Johnson from Glenville, Minnesota in memory of Lois Sola, $100 from Roberta Mistretta, $500 from Elizabeth Chamberlain, $100 Inez Winter, $30 from the Moore County Historical Society in memory of Dale Odegaard, $10,000 donation from Catherine Wagner, and $250 from Tienda Guerrero for Spanish language driver class, $1,900 from the Austin Ladies Floral Club for the summer reading program, $5,000 Friends of the Austin Public Library for the summer reading program, and $1,000 from an anonymous donor for the Spanish language driver's license class. And we also have a donation from a Dan Pessature, which has a $400 gift to the Austin Police Department Weight Room and Wellness Fund. And I'd love to put Chief McKeegan on the spot to share the story of that donation to the crowd.
If you've seen our Facebook posting at all, Dan was a West Point graduate who served in the military. He did have a ring. West Point ring is the original class ring. His had some metal from the Twin Towers. He had relatives that served with the fire department during that time, so the ring was very special to him as he was passing through Austin. Going under 28th Street, he had some things in his lap that he wanted to throw out. Biodegradable, it was all good. And when he went out with the hand, the ring went out with the candy he was throwing out. I actually was leaving town and saw him searching for it, didn't know what it was until later. He spent several hours looking for it, came in, talked to dispatch. Deputies and officers went out, looked for it, tried a metal detector, just couldn't come up with it. Several days later, Officer Ted Sherwood decided to head out at 1 in the morning. It is pitch black out there, got his flashlight out, and 20 minutes later, he not only found the ring, but the capstone had come off and was lying next to it. So he was able to recover that for Dan. Got a hold of Dan, who lives in Wisconsin. Dan personally drove back. We were not expecting a gift, but Dan did give us a card with a gift in it. And I know I was very appreciative of it. And I think one of the local news agencies will be interviewing both Dan and Ted about that particular story. So that's the story behind the donation.
Very good. Thanks, McKeek. Just thought it was interesting enough to share. So with that, we'll take a resolution approving those donations.
So moved.
Second.
Tom?
Councilmember Helly,
Aye.
Obala,
Aye.
Fisher,
Aye.
Waller,
Aye.
Baskin,
Aye.
Postma,
Aye.
Councilmember at Large Austin.
Aye.
Resolution passes 7-0, Your Honor.
Thank you. Item number 11 is a motion granting the Planning and Zoning Department the power to contract for the removal of junk and/or legally stored vehicles at the address 902 3rd Avenue Northwest, the Hareed property.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion carries. Are there any citizens here in the audience looking to address the council on items that weren't on the agenda? And I know the Packer Arena here, folks, that's going to be on the work session, so that's not part of it right now. Hearing none, moving on to reports and recommendations. Craig?
I have none.
Okay, on to council. Paul?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Obala?
Nothing, Your Honor.
Laura?
I just wanted to say a special hello to our friend over here who's been talking on the phone tonight. I feel like every time I said "I," they said "hi," and I think that is cool. And we're able to get all of our work done, even though that friend is here with us. So I'll leave it at that tonight. Hi.
Jeff, anything?
Nothing, Your Honor.
I actually thought that Tom was recording 8 votes for ayes. Time said aye. Posty?
Just a quick thing you probably didn't see on the consent agenda because we just kind of approved everything on there all at once, but there's like 6, 8, 9 different events that we just approved that are gonna be taking place this fall. There's a lot of great organizations putting together some great events, so keep an eye out and get out there because this is honestly the best time to live here, and I'm really excited for the next few months.
Thank you. Jason?
Yeah, a couple things. One is a huge thank you to everybody that helped with the Austin Artworks Festival. I thought, that's one of the premier festivals really of our region and definitely of our community, and I thought it was another great event this year. I know there's a tremendous amount of time and energy that goes into that, so a big thanks to all those who were involved in that. And then second of all, kind of setting up the budget conversation we'll have here, just a thank you to everybody that's been involved. The reality is we don't have a ton of easy choices, and so it makes our job substantially better as we go through and we have input on here's the things that we like or don't like from a tax levy standpoint, here's the things we like or don't like from a cut standpoint. I think it's our job as a council to obviously look at, hey, let's ask the tough questions, let's get all the options on the table, and then let's figure out how we make a decision as a community, and input plays a really, really important role with that. And so I give tremendous amount of credit, especially for folks that show up and are part of that process, because I think it's easy to send things on social media, much better to be involved in the process, and I think it's been really productive and proactive. So not that we have a great conversation coming up, but I think it will be a much better conversation for all the people that are involved in helping us to get to the right decisions to help the community long term. So thanks for showing up and hanging out with us tonight.
Thanks, Jason. Becky?
Nothing, Your Honor.
All right. I have the September anniversaries for the citizens, or the employees of Austin. Brody Jensen, wastewater treatment, 12 years. Travis Kellner, street department, 12 years. Matt Olson, street department, 11 years. Logan Goskison, wastewater treatment plant, 11 years. Ryan Schaefer, wastewater treatment, 11 years. Dave Wolf, Street Department, 8 years. Riley Donovan, Park and Rec and Forestry, 8 years. And Gentry Sovers, Police, for 2 years. So thank you. I know I went pretty quick. Stephen, you like to note these people every day, so I hope you got them. Very good. We appreciate our employees, no doubt. With that, also, I'd just like to, speaking of appreciating employees, we had a employee appreciation picnic last week. Excellent job by Piggy Blues for catering it, and I happened to ask, because I like to know these things, the caterer, how many folks came through the line. They said, absolutely no, because we bring 125 plates. They had 106 people come through, so I thought that was well attended, and it was just a great feel. So we appreciate our city employees on that employee appreciation lunch. So with that, take a motion to adjourn to our September 15th, 2025 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned.